We're going to the 4th precinct near the University of South Alabama. It's kind of the most prominent college we have. Campus police officers responded to a residence owned by a professor. The professor did not show up to work, and campus PD did a welfare check. They went inside, found blood, and found the professor deceased in the middle of this hallway. It really is a mystery why somebody would murder a professor.
For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
We know it.
They arrived here at 1527.
You're talking about campus PD.
When they got here, the front door was locked. The back door was closed, but it eased open once he kind of pushed on it a bit. Up the stairs, they saw the body laying on the left. Face down.
What's the victim's information?
Matthew Weiser.
39-year-old Dr. Matthew Weiser, born in New York, joined the faculty of the University of South Alabama 5 years ago as an associate professor at the Mitchell College of Business. He taught economics and specialized in game theory.
There's no witnesses, there's no video cameras.
Do they know if he lives with anybody?
I think he was staying here by himself.
Okay. There's a lot of blood pooled under his chest.
Matthew was shot once through the chest.
Door to the left, there's a pretty good sized hole. He was just standing right here in the threshold. This hole goes from the outside inside. If he was shot in the hallway and the bullet went through
The hallway, he's actually confronted, then the shot is fired. Guy had no time to react.
At the back door,
clearly this door was forced open because you got all this wood. You can clearly see this kind of like sneaker print. So they had to then kick the door after they pried it open, broke the lock. They hit this, maybe it woke them up, and they walked in here. Then they went upstairs, and they encountered him right in the hallway. They definitely shot him point blank, killed him in his own house. Scary. Makes me think of my wife right now who's at home with our son.
Something was sitting here, like, controller.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a Nintendo Switch controller right there.
Yeah, and the switch games are over there, but I don't see a switch.
the team finds an empty box for a Nintendo Switch.
Maybe they stole the Switch.
But no sign of the console.
I'm surprised it's still there.
Yeah. We need to narrow down the time frame. Let's give the secretary a call.
Barton reaches out to the secretary from Matthew's department, who requested the welfare check.
Hey, my name's Detective Barton. I'm with the police department.
Okay.
Any idea why I'd be calling?
Seen on the news with somebody. We just assumed that it was him.
Do you know if he was supposed to have class?
He had office hours today. He had a driver that supposed to pick him up at 12 and got concerned when he couldn't get a hold of him. I called HR. on Senate USA out there.
Gotcha. Thank you very much, alright?
All right, thank you.
We got officers going to sit on the house overnight. And we can really start going through the house in the morning time, go through paperwork, whatever we feel like we need to do.
Alright.
Just here.
Barton makes contact with Matthew's father in Florida.
This is incredibly shocking. Can't imagine why anyone would murder my son.
I'm so sorry for your loss. But we are working on it, and I will call you when I have more information that I can share.
Thank you, man.
"17 hours in,
Let me collect this.
the team gathers Matthew's electronics and paperwork, hoping to find a lead.
As far as we haven't driven all the way down this road, right, to check for cameras?
I did go down this road and then back into the neighborhood, but I went all the way through it. I didn't see any.
Then,
Student AUSA wants that info.
homicide reports a tip from a university student.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
Alright. Hey, this is Detective Barton. I'm with the police department. I guess you have some information.
Yes, sir, I do. I'm a current student in South Alabama, and I overheard a gentleman talking to someone on the phone in very great detail about what happened. About basically how he been inside the house and ended up shooting the dead.
I know you want to remain anonymous, but this is very, very important that I speak to you directly.
Okay, I'm actually...
The tipster agrees to meet.
Alright, thank you. Bye. It's getting good now, Julius. This could be a break in the case. Hey, how you doing, man? Well, we really appreciate you calling. Just kind of tell me from the beginning.
Well, I walked out of class. I saw the guy was walking on the sidewalk. White gentleman, he had on jeans, sneakers, and a black hoodie. He was on the phone with someone. And the first thing I remember him saying was, "Do you heard about what happened with the professor here at school?" Got inside of the house, and the next thing he went in the shop.
Did you believe that he was being genuine?
I don't know if he was joking or not. I don't know if he was being serious, but I didn't want to take a chance.
Right.
Okay, and then how far do you think you was when you heard that?
By that point,
The possible suspect was approaching from 100 feet away.
Where would he have been walking from?
the only thing that's open in that area is the humanities building, the communications building, and the Mitchell Center.
Okay. Alright, let's roll.
It's been perfect. You've got cameras everywhere.
Hey, how we doing?
At the campus police department, detectives pull up surveillance video. Two hours later,
We've tracked a guy.
detectives found video of the possible suspect.
We're gonna try to see if we can track down what his name is through an attendance sheet. This teacher ID'd the guy that we found on the video. Hey, I sent you pictures of that guy.
Martin sends photos of the possible suspect to the tipster.
I just want to make sure that you're really positive about him. All right, thank you. The witness says, the witness said that was the person he was talking about.
19-year-old Joseph Edmonds has no prior convictions.
He's got a car. He actually lives on campus. We're going to try to locate his vehicle and hopefully locate him.
Homicide and University Police search the campus for Edmonds' car.
It's a Kia Soul, or gray. We're out with the vehicle. Nobody's inside. Hold on, he might be walking up to us. Hold on.
Is that coming up?
Yeah, that's it. What? Yeah, are you? Yes, I am. Come on.
Can you go with us and talk to him?
Sure, say, yeah. Hey. At all.
Not at all.
So, basically, somebody described you.
Okay.
And what they described is you walking and overhearing a conversation.
Okay.
On the phone. Okay?
Okay.
The person overheard you say that you killed Mr. Weissman. This is the opportunity to talk about it. Set the record straight. If it was a joke, the joke's over.
I only talked about it in my criminal justice class. Someone asked, "Did you hear about it?" And I said, "No, I didn't," and that was it.
Okay. Do you remember talking to anybody on the phone?
No, I can show you my call history. It's no one there.
Yeah, if
sure,
you don't mind.
There are no calls during the time the witness claims he overheard the confession.
Give us a moment.
He's totally cooperative. I think my witness thought this was the guy when I sent him the photo, but it's not. It's just a guy that looks like him. We're gonna let him go.
Back to square one.
We'll probably go back to the University of South Alabama, look for more camera angles in and around the area to send us another. All right.
The next day,
We looked at the video a little further. Man, it's common to wear black sweatshirt and jeans on campus.
as the first 48 slips away,
Can't see anything, too many people.
the team has no way of identifying who was overheard confessing to the murder.
How far away was it?
50 to maybe 100 feet.
100 feet is a long way to be hearing a
I don't
conversation.
see why in the world he'd make it up. The question is, the person saying it, were they joking? And that's what Nettles even asked the guy. He's like, could you tell? He's like, well, honestly, I really couldn't tell.
I'm just a little skeptical of it myself. All right, you're a student. You don't like the guy. You go to his house. Kicking in the door, to me, is just only going to alert him, myself. But
We can't rule out one way or the other.
Right.
We got to keep open mind both directions.
We have subpoenaed the phone company for records.
And let's get with Nintendo on trying to see if we can track that switch.
Okay.
In the first 48, Mobile Homicide responded to the murder of 39-year-old Dr. Matthew Weiser, shot inside his own home. Found evidence of forced entry. Collected his computers and paperwork to search for a lead. learned that a tipster overheard a university student confessing to the murder, spoke to a student who matched the possible suspect's description, but ruled him out as Matthew's killer. 12 days later.
This is the victim's phone records. At 11:25, the day when he's discovered, he makes a phone call. We know that the person that was picking him up to take him to school was picking him up at about 12, which means he was alive sometime between 11:25 and 12, really making the window very narrow as far as when he was actually murdered. Everything I've looked into this guy's past, he has no enemies. Nobody wanted to kill him. It's looking more and more like just a home burglary. And it's probably most likely juveniles, since we know a Nintendo Switch was taken. I talked to somebody from Nintendo, and they said that if a person used the device, like connected the device to an internet source, then it should register that device on like an IP address. So hopefully through subpoenaing the victim's username through Nintendo, I might get that information if they've powered it on. Hopefully I can catch a break, get something.
Barton hears back from Nintendo.
On December 7th, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the Switch registered on an IP address a week after he was murdered.
For how long?
For only 10 minutes, from 1400 to 1410. It's like right in here by St. Louis. Yeah. I definitely want to know there'll be somebody in there. I'm super excited. One way or another, I'm gonna get some answers today.
As detectives approach the apartment where the Nintendo Switch was traced.
Hey, how we doing? Moving out, huh? Yeah. Come out of here for a second.
They find the woman who lives there.
So we need to basically take a look around your apartment.
The team doesn't find the victim's Switch.
Hey, if you don't mind, if we can go talk at my office, okay? Because it is really important. We wouldn't just be here for no reason at all. Hey. So the reason why we're talking to you, we believe that you may have information that you might not even know you have. So it's very important, okay?
Okay.
Do you game with anybody at all?
My friends.
The day that I'm looking into, December 7th, I believe that was Saturday. Okay. Somebody would have came and they would have had a Switch. They would have had a Switch.
Turquoise. Maybe.
Turquoise? And last name? Did he have a Switch?
Yeah, he did.
What was his purpose for coming?
He wanted to just look at it, and he wanted me to look at it.
Okay.
The Switch? And did y'all hook it to the internet to maybe see if it worked?
Yeah.
Where does he stay?
Yeah. We don't normally, hang out.
Was he by himself?
He drove away from the court.
Gotcha. I want you to be deadly honest with me, okay? Did Turquoise tell you how he came in possession of this switch.
Alright.
So Tyquez is in possession of the switch. He comes there for some reason. So that at least indicates that he knows it's stolen.
Yeah.
That's him.
20-year-old Tyquez Timmons has no prior convictions.
Problem is, man, he don't really lay his head anywhere right now. Dude, we gotta find this Honda.
You gotta tag him.
I'm looking right now. Okay, Honda Accord, got it. He just hasn't registered it yet.
The car has a temporary dealer tag.
I mean, where are we gonna look for him? We gotta get some addresses first.
Hoping to find Tyquez's current address,
All right, Brando, you might have to stay in the car on this one.
Barton and Detective Nick Crapeau check the dealership where he bought the Honda.
Hello there.
Hello. Yeah. Nobody's in trouble. But you guys would be helping us a great way. And I got the letter for you.
The dealer says that Tyquez's car is still on loan and equipped with a GPS tracking device.
It updates.
In a heartbeat. Yeah. So anytime it stops, it's updating it.
Detectives have the login info to access Tyquez's tracking device online.
So we freaking got anywhere this dude's gonna go, basically.
Yeah. Need to make sure that you get the historical data, too.
Yeah. Dude, this system is incredible. Talk about the freaking jackpot, Nick.
How far back does this go?
This goes since he purchased the car.
So, on the 20th, you check locations.
Well, snap. At 11:50, he's at Gaylord Drive.
It appears that Tyquez's car was across the street from Matthew's house when the murder happened.
Shoot!
But the car was only there for 4 minutes.
It's just not enough time. Unless he's waiting for somebody.
Could it be that somebody called him to come pick him up afterwards?
No, that's not gonna be.
Phone records.
Yeah, I'll call AT&T. Where's he at right now? So, this is the latest.
Tyquez's car is hitting at a residence about 5 miles west.
Go ahead and get Tyquez out of let them get eyes on it, and and then if they can verify he's there, we can move in and take him down. Jermaine and Riley, y'all start using that way quick, fast, and in a hurry, safely. Yeah.
As the team approaches the house, Tyquez's car takes off.
Let the vehicle get away from the house and then let street crime stop the vehicle. Somebody's going to watch that house. We're going to be moving out that way as well.
Driver, me and the canine. Give me advice of the charges. No passenger in the car.
Tyquez is not in the car, but the driver will be taken to homicide for questioning.
I gotta go be at the house then.
The team hits the house where the car had been parked. And finds Tyquez Timmons.
So did you look up this Curtis Womack, Gillespie? This is his half-brother.
The driver of the car, Tyquez's half-brother, 23-year-old Curtis Womack Jr. has no prior convictions.
I think we need to talk to Curtis first. All right, man. So Quez has gotten himself in a situation.
What type of situation?
Okay.
We're investigating a homicide. And we know that Taquez is connected to the homicide. Okay?
I don't know anything. If my little brother did something, he would have told me about it.
We have a lot of information that your brother, all right, is involved in this.
That's the wrong person. But there's nothing me or my brother would know.
Okay, we're done.
Go ahead and start talking to this.
Hey, man, what's up? Do you have any idea why we'd want to talk to you?
For me, I heard I was supposed to tell y'all that somebody about the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
So why don't you talk to us about the Nintendo Switch? I bought the game, so I started just trying to make a little extra money.
And where'd you get it?
At the Circle K on overlooking University. Dude walked up to me. Hey, I got such and such. Gave him $75 for it.
Here's the thing. We know that you didn't buy the Switch from the Circle K. We know that. Okay? Your car and your GPS is outside of where a homicide occurred. Do you understand? At the time a homicide occurred.
But you said it was a homicide?
Yes. He was a professor of economics at the University of South Alabama. That's who was murdered. That's who was killed.
The records are there, man, that show that you were on the street at the time the murder occurred. Okay, all right, we're going to show you. So here's University, okay, right? Gaillard is right over here. So what was going on that led you to be on that street?
I was passing through.
But just so happened, your car was passing through on Gaillard at around the same time the murder occurred, and you had the Nintendo Switch that belonged to the guy that got killed. Oh. Did you pick anybody up?
No, sir.
For whatever reason, you don't want to be truthful. That's either A, you killed the guy, or B, you know who killed the guy, and you don't want to tell on him. It's one of those two things.
I told her in charge of murder. If you're not the one that pulled the trigger, there's no reason why you should take this for whoever it is.
Yeah, I don't have anything more to say.
Dude, I really don't think he shot him. Man, everything points to him rushing over to pick whoever did the homicide up. And I don't know why he's covering for him so much. If he received a phone call, then we'd be able to track that phone number.
This is his cell phone, right?
Yeah. At 11:30, he gets a call. That person talks to him for about a minute. This comes back and clear to Curtis. That's it. That's gotta be it, dude. Freaking bro calls and says, dude, I messed up, man. Alright, Quiz. These are your phone records. Your brother's calling you at 11:30. He continues to call you all the way up until right when you pass the house when the murder happened. And then all the calls stop. Whether it's your brother or not, man, it's we're going to jail for murder. It's not.
Someone made me arrested.
I mean, that depends, man. Got to start with the truth. You do not need to be wrapped up in this. You don't.
You don't want to be.
I know you don't want to be, but unfortunately, alright, actions outside of your control have put you in a situation, but you have an opportunity. Yeah.
Right now.
Sure.
Taquez writes down the name, Derek Scott.
It was the reason that I was on the street.
Okay. Tell me why.
He said he was trying to make some money.
He says he dropped off Derek Scott near the victim's house.
I guess he broke into the guy's house.
Yeah.
How did you know to pick him up?
He called. He just said he went in the house. And the dude came out of the room. And he shot him.
Did you see him with a gun when he came back? When was your brother calling you? Your brother called you several times within that time frame.
You know what, I was just checking.
Did you tell him about it?
Derek said shots on him.
Just give me a quick second, all right? I don't know how it just happened, but I'll take it.
You take his brother somewhere alone?
I don't know, man. He's just saying basically that he told the brother everything after he dropped Derek off. This is him.
20-year-old Derek Scott has no prior convictions.
I'll tell you this too, is that phone call that he makes, it's right here. At 10:55, Derek calls him. Do we know where Derek would be at the range? We're gonna go to his house. Are you ready? Mobile police!
Police, come to the front door.
Derek, come up with your hands up. Let me see your hands. Derek, let me see your hands. We'll explain it, man. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Detective Glenn, this is Detective Rogers. We've talked to Taquez. Told the whole story about what happened. Okay?
I mean, I don't know what y'all talking about. I just don't.
That's your phone number right there.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Nah, y'all tripping.
We know you were there. If something occurred that was not meant to happen, it needs to be explained. So, All we're asking you right now is to tell your side of it.
We ain't got no side.
I'm about to call the district attorney. Alright, and I'm going to present this case for murder. Okay? And DeQuest and yourself are going to be the people that I talk about. Because that's what the evidence has shown. Alright, man. Sounds good. He said we can charge them both with felony murder.
Good job,
Good job, man. All the phone records have them calling each other back and forth. That's the cooperator.
24 days after Matthew Weiser was shot and killed, Derek Scott and Tyquez Timmons are charged with his murder.
We need to get the brother's phone records and see whether or not he was there.
Yeah. Curtis Womack Jr. will be released until the team examine his phone records and location at the time of the murder.
We've been up 30 plus hours, and we can now say that we've been able to bring justice for the Weiser family, and that's all you can ask for.
Tell my mama I love all my people.
This case really boils down to greed. I want something that doesn't belong to me. And in the end, Dr. Weiser lost his life. Students lost their professor. A father lost his son. And you can't replace that. And it's just senseless. And it didn't need to happen.
Well, I mean, obviously I miss Matt.
Matthew's father and brother remember him.
His absolute favorite sport was LSU football. LSU won the national championship this year, so I know he would have enjoyed that. I actually texted him the night of that victory, even though, of course, he'd already been gone for a few months by then. We're still going to be guessing to some extent why somebody would kill Matt. It seems so senseless.
The individuals who did it, the actions they took resulted in the death of someone who hadn't done anything to deserve it. It's quite likely that someone who would do that to other people as well.
I feel the exact same way. It's good that they're off the streets.